Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. You know, watching Jada blame herself again for Everett or Bobby or whatever he wants to call himself, I felt like I was watching Monday's episode. I could have swore she did that before. She's sitting there blaming herself. Paulina's sitting there trying to get off the edge, and eventually she calms down and realizes just it is what it is. And yet, I'm watching this episode today, and I'm just like, why are we doing this again? Um, Now in the beginning, at one point, she looks at the note. She's like, like this doesn't seem like words that Bobby would sit there and use. Like it just seems kind of off. One second. Yeah, she goes through the whole self-loathing thing and everything like that, and eventually, she decides to close the case and whatever. Now Stephanie is doing the exact same thing that she did on Monday as well, where she blamed herself for what happened to Everett and she couldn't see the signs and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, one, why are we doing this again? Two, again, I don't really care about Everett, and like her crying. I'm just like, I just didn't really care. But moreover, it was like the self-loathing once again. It was just like, bro, seriously? Um, and Alex also self-loathing about Teresa and like how come I didn't listen to my gut and I shouldn't have trusted her and this, that, and the third. And then out of nowhere he decides, let's break some plates. Because he didn't like how those plates was looking. I guess apparently they were cheap or something like that. And he was like, I may not be Victor's son, but I'm still Kyriakis. Meaning that he may not be buttload rich, but he's still rich. So again, him picking up his stuff in the office, him drinking at the bar, being all self-loathing. It's like, oh man, I don't have many zeros in my account as much as I did before. Poor me. Really, bro? Anyway, these are breaking plates and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this could be like a safety hazard, but okay, whatever. They need to get out the system, so fine. Um, Now Johnny and Chanel. So Johnny is he's pissed off about Everett and him being the one that stabbed Rafe, allegedly. And Chanel says something along the lines of, oh, well, that person was crazy or whatever. And Connie comes out of nowhere and she's like, shut your mouth. I'm like, Chanel, you gonna whip this chick's ass, right? I was like, you gonna whip this chick's ass, right? They turn around and they look at her and they're like, who are you and which, like, the hell is your problem, pretty much? And she was all like, well, it's demoralizing. It's like, it's dehumanizing. And I'm like, I am so sick and tired of you, oversensitive, oversensitive crybaby. Like, the dude was a demon. I would have picked a lot much worse words to sit there and use. Um, but I was just surprised they just kind of just got past that part. And eventually she apologizes. And at one point, when she told her to shut up or whatever, she was like, well, you're right. I should have chose my words a lot more carefully. I was like, no. That's the problem with this country. You know, sometimes you have to sit there and call shit out for what it is, and not be so trying to step over other people's toes and stuff like that. Like I don't know, something about that scene just kind of irritated me, and I think it had more to do with just state of this country and the way that people act sometimes. But and the fact that she had to sit there and apologize, I was like, what are we apologizing for? You told the truth. That's how you felt. F her and her feelings. Um, but eventually she apologizes and, Chanel forgives her. And like, if I was Johnny, we're like, no, she ain't allowed to come back here anymore. No, we got other customers. No, you can go somewhere else. I don't give a damn where. You can go somewhere else. At some point, she lets slip out that Gabby is having people that may be betraying her, that's close to her. And see, here's my thing, and this isn't the first time this happened. When Johnny kind of filled in the blanks, it just seemed like, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that. But Johnny fills in the blanks. He's like, oh yeah, you must mean it's EJ, right? And again, this isn't the first time that Connie has been in a situation where she either knew very little about the situation, let something slip, and then have somebody else comes in, and then she just fills in the blanks. This is my issue with this villain for a while. Is if she's not at the right place at the right time, which is practically all the time, then it's a situation where like this, where it's like I said too much, but then the other person just covers for her, and she's like, oh, well, that's good, that's convenient. It's like a lot of stuff with her is just very convenient. Um, Now Ava's talking to Gabby about I know everything. I know about the two kisses, and I understand this, that, and the third. I was like, Gabby, if you let it go like you claim you let it go, why are you bringing this up in a business meeting for? Like, why are we doing this? Well, I understand it's supposed to be some sort of awkward tension. Oh, even Gabby was like, you always seem like you're kind of nervous around me. I was like, yeah, and she shouldn't be. Like, she's the mob princess. Like, you're Gabby. She's the mob princess. Why is she nervous of you for it? Am I missing something? And while that's going on, Stefan is to talk about telling Gabby everything. And Kristen, the good sister that she is just like, no, you need to sit there and lie because if you tell the truth, you're going to lose everything. No, you need to sit there and lie. Let's sit there and play a game where you sit there and try to tell her the truth. And they play the game, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to sit there and tell her the truth. And of course, he chickens out at the last minute because, I mean, why not? Gabby comes in. I mean, not Gabby. Connie comes in and she's all like loud and super annoying, and she's all like, "Oh, well, I didn't get any muffins or something like that for you." And he was like, "No, it's fine. I got work to do." So she leaves. Um, Connie asks how is her brother doing. They talked to Stefan. Yeah, Stefan got off the phone, and I think they were talking. Well, she brung her up on the speed about like, oh well, you know about the rumor that was going on with my husband and Ava and stuff like that. And I think Connie says something along the lines of, "Are you sure that she didn't cheat on? Are you sure that he didn't cheat on you or something like that? Are you sure nothing happened?" And Gabby's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I think it was either before or after she had the conversation, and then out of nowhere, Connie's just like, "I'm sorry, I can't hold this any longer. Stefan cheated on you." And I'm kind of just like, this. I think it's the timing of it. She wants to sit there and be this big, grandiose thing or whatever, right? She drops a hint, and Gabby gets upset with her, like, "Oh, well, how dare you imply that he did something or whatever? You don't know the situation. You don't know us. Like, you're out of bounds." And then she doesn't say anything, but then eventually she just blurts it out, and I'm just like, was this like a rewrite or something? Because I'm very curious why she would sit there and say something now. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Um, that is generally the end of the episode, but I'm just like, what? What? Now, again, Stephen Chicken's out, and Kristen Swing was just like, I was right, right? I was right, right? Because, Stephen was like, listen, regardless of that game, whatever that game was supposed to be, I know my wife. And Kristen's like, you're not a woman. So, I mean, like, and she got you there. Yeah, they're gonna sit there and stretch out that Connie thing as much as possible. I'm not gonna lie, kind of a disappointing villain. It's like the tools are there. Like she comes across as competent and smart and clever, but it's like the stars have to align for it to actually work out perfectly. Otherwise, it's just like it wouldn't make sense. And I've said that in my reviews, I've said that in my live streams, and it's so evident, you know, um, even in this episode. Anyway, that's pretty much all I could think of. Let me know in the comment section if I missed anything, and also if I missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.